god. Yes, play it. How did I get into this mess? That's far enough. You can't run forever, Mr. Phoenix, right? Okay. What have I done wrong? I cannot allow you to go on like this. But I'm just a simple defense attorney. Silence. You are no longer worthy of your title. What the shit? Right, 8 AM, this is court defendant lobby number 1. Okay. What a nightmare. I bet it was this ringtone that caused it. I really shouldn't be dozing off right before a trial starts anyway. So I guess we're starting off with a trial, huh? Beep. Ah, looks like they hung up. Ah, good. I finally found it. Fuck. Talk about a close call. I hate to do this to you, but... It's something personal, Mr. Attorney. Okay. Give me a say that reason. Okay. Ouch, my head is throbbing. And why does it feel so foggy in there? Good morning. Good morning. What's wrong? You don't look well. People are at their best first thing in the morning. Where's that fighting spirit? Sorry, but can you please turn the seriousness down? My head sort of hurts. What's that? Am I in trouble or something? Huh? Trouble? Wait, never mind. You're a policewoman, right? I thought maybe I had done something wrong. What are you talking about? I'm the one in trouble. What? I'm putting my life in your hands today, Mr. Phoenix, right? So, I guess they're the defendant's life in my hands. You promised me. You said you would prove that I was not guilty. Not guilty? That's when I thought all hope was lost. When all the other lawyers had laughed me off. Leave it to me, you said. You. Well, if Phoenix right, can't say today. And just like that, I was moved to tears, sir. I'll never forget what you're doing for me, ever. What's this girl babbling about? Actually, I really love to watch court proceedings, and I always root for you to win. When off duty, I like to come here and... What's wrong? You've been acting really strange and you keep staring at me. You're making me kind of nervous, sir. Oh, sorry. I'm afraid to ask, but here goes. So, this might sound bad, but... who are you? What? Mr. Wright, how can you say that? How can you use the fragile heart of a girl about to go to trial? You're absolutely horrible. No, I mean it like that. This isn't how a defense attorney treats his clients, so I can't believe this. It's just, well, I think you have the wrong person. Who am I? Who am I drawing a blank? The trial will begin shortly. Will the defendant and her lawyer please proceed to the courtroom immediately? Trial's about to start. I'm gonna leave in there, okay? I guess I must have amnesia. I guess so. See, what can I piece together? From the sound of things, it's probably safe to say that I'm a defense attorney. And that girl, I said I'd prove her not guilty. I can't believe I made such an irresponsible promise. Ah, someone please. Tell me this is a bad dream. Why do I get the feeling this is one dream I won't be waking up from? 10 AM, just got from to personal session for the trial of Maggie Bird. How am I supposed to? Bird? Bird, I guess. I don't know. Prosecution ready, or oh, it's pain again, I guess. What is it, Mr. Wright? What's happening to me? Do you see any other defense attorneys here? I guess not. And are you ready? First save already. Amazing. If I said no, would that be alright? Of course it wouldn't. Then why bother asking to begin with? Actually, you see, Your Honor, memory is kind of... Court will not hear the defense's excuses. If the defendant is a member of the police, this case is under great scrutiny. Therefore, we must make this trial fair but swift. I believe I have told you this before. I hope you're not telling me you've forgotten. Actually, I have. Mr. Payne, your opening statement, please. Yes, Your Honor. As I'm sure you're well aware, the defendant is accused of killing her lover. I swear her lover was a fellow police officer. Policeman? You did what to a policeman? It wasn't me. And besides, Justin and I weren't lovers like that. In any case, the prosecution will prove that the guilty party is none other than the defendant. Very well. Mr. Payne, please call your first witness. It's been a while, Mr. Wright. Let's see what you've learned since last time. I won't show you any mercy this time, rookie. Okay, and who are you again? I'm just gonna go to Detective Dick Gumshoe to the stand. Here we go. Don't let me down, Mr. Wright. Nowhere to hide. I'm so dead. Witness, please state your name and occupation. My name is Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm a detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. You look very well, detective. Well, sir, the defendant, she works under me, so you know. You work under that detective? Yes, sir. And while I was a trainee, he was always watching out for me, sir. He's such a wonderful guy, sir. I'll never forget what he's done for me. Okay, calm down, I believe you. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Yes, sir. It happened at the park near headquarters, Expose Park. The victim was one of the local cops, Justin Prince. He was pushed down from the benches on the upper path, sir. Landing beat his body up bad and snapped his neck. Details are listed in the report that was distributed yesterday. Ah yes, this is autopsy report, correct? Do I not remember getting a copy? I see everything is in order here. The estimated time of death is unusually well documented. Victims was stopped from the impact of the landing, sir. The results of the autopsy confirmed the time of death. I may, Your Honor. Prosecution would like to submit this photograph. Very well. The court accepts it into evidence. Okay. Now then, I recall at yesterday's preliminary hearing, a very important piece of evidence was brought to our attention. Yes, Your Honor. Yes, sir. Yes, I guess. Mr. Wright, is your head on right today? There was a very crucial piece of evidence found under the victim's body. And was there? Have you lost your mind? Well, actually, it's his nose. Give me a second. What? How can you talk like such an amateur? I don't even have a pro, sir. Alright. Alright, sir, I'll help you through this. Time like this, maybe you ought to take a glance at the court record. Yeah, maybe. I actually have some stuff here. Nice. I found this in my pocket, but I don't remember what it means or how it got there. Oh, great. Time of death. Okay, at 6:28 PM, because broken neck, body was also covered in bruises. But I don't know why. Pieces of nearsighted lenses were found nearby. Court record. Yep. Info about evidence and people involved with this case are all listed there, sir. You can look at the court record. Press tab. I already did it. Really know what you're talking about, don't you? See, but I'm a cop, right? Just think, I could totally be a legal aid instead. Is that right? Yes, Your Honor. Court is in session. Save your digit for later. Sorry, Your Honor. Well, I guess I'd better check the court record and see what I can find. What was it again? Alright, Mr. Wright. See what if your notes are in order. What was the piece of evidence found underneath the victim's body? That's simple, Your Honor. Broken pair of glasses. That's right. Victim grabbed his close glasses as he was being shoved, so, and held onto them as he fell. Hey, why are you giving me the evil eye? Those glasses you're wearing. Yes, this is my spare pair. But these glasses they found at the scene of the crime are not mine, I swear, sir. You sure about that? Look, it was a coincidence that on the same day I accidentally stepped on mine. Coincidence, she says? Ah. Your Honor. I have further evidence to present. Oh, you have more? This evidence is very decisive. Very well. Let's hear from our witness about this evidence. There's something even more incriminating than the glasses on the victim's body, so... During his state, the victim was pushed from the bench area, but he managed to write the culprit's name on the ground where he landed. I don't like saying it, but it was clearly the defendant's name. Maggie, sir. With this piece of evidence and the glasses, it's hard not to say he's the culprit. It's a picture of the writing, Your Honor. Why, this is... Yes, I can see her name is clearly written here. Prosecution would like to submit this picture. Understood. The court accepts it into evidence. As if the glasses alone didn't make you look suspicious, the victim even wrote her name, a clear stain on the ground. But I already told you, those glasses aren't mine. And how do you explain his dying message? It's a conspiracy. I'm not guilty, sir. You're right, you may cross-examine the witness. Cross-examine. Is it? I'm counting on you. Sure, but what am I supposed to do? What? It's not like you at all. Alright, there's the part where you get in the witnesses' faces. In their face and do what? There's no way around it. Okay, I'm going to lend you a hand. The prosecution witnesses all hide things from the court, which means they lie from time to time. Lie? But isn't that detective your superior? Well, even if they don't mean to lie, sometimes people just remember things wrong. Like a detective. He does sort of look like a scattered brain. Doesn't matter, either way, it's bad for us, sir. That's why when you question witnesses, you have to find and expose their lies. That's right, you cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. Come on, trial by fire. Here goes nothing. As long as I can expose the lies, we should be alright. About those glasses, any proof that those belong to my client? The lenses are for nearsightedness and are almost the same strength as hers. Even the frames look kinda like the ones she's wearing in her ID pal. What should I do now? Hold it. Almost and kinda are not good enough in a case like this. We have more definitive proof. Is there something that clearly links the defendant with those glasses? The dirt and sand rubbed out any traces of fingerprints or anything else. So what you're saying, detective, is that you have nothing that proves those guys are my clients? Something like that. What? I see. There's no proof. Wow, that was amazing. I could totally feel it down in my gut. Now, you're sure he was pushed and that's how he fell? Yeah, pal. If you look at the wounds on the victim's body, there's no way it was anything else. Just continue with your testimony, David. Anyway, you fell pretty far. The culprit's name? Yeah, I was surprised too. I didn't want to believe it, but it's the name of that of my client. Are you absolutely certain? Sorry, pal, but that's what it said. There's a picture of it. No matter which way you look, it still says Maggie. That's a good point. Hey, hold on. Huh? What, huh? I know the picture says Maggie, but as you mentioned it, something does feel kind of off about this picture. So I know you found a contradiction. Now hurry up and present some evidence. So that's what splitting the contradiction feels like. Better check the court record again. And you're certain that it was the victim who brought the name on the ground. There are scratches on his fingers from the rough sand, and there were grains of sand stuck under his pointer fingernail. It suddenly seems that the name was written by the victim himself. That didn't go well. If the writer really was the victim himself, then we are in a lot of trouble. Don't give up, keep that fighting spirit going. Glad you're all pumped up, but I want to see your special moves. My what? You always look so cool when you present evidence. Present evidence? I mean, this probably doesn't matter for shit, but... I mean, enlighten me is probably, yeah, whatever, it doesn't matter. It's probably just a tutorial. Actually, I was just thinking about that. Yes, the Great Phoenix Wright is back. Oh, that's right. Huh? I heard that lately you can present not only evidence, but people's profiles as well. It sort of makes things a bit more complicated, so be careful, sir. Well, then, okay. People's profiles, huh? Alright, let's give this another try. Oh. It isn't Maggie, it's Maggie. What is it? What's come over me? That thinking, I just spelled it out. Objection. And I yelled it at the top of my lungs. Finger outstretched, ready to take on my opponent. What a rush! Here he comes, you. You talking to me, pal? Please state the defendant's name for me. Jesus Christ. Let's try to prove it this futile exercise, Mr. Wright. You'll see, it is a very crucial line of questioning. Actually, Mr. Payne, you can answer. The defendant's name, if you please. Where is this ridiculous question coming from? The defendant's name is Maggie Bird. I think someone needs to check the court record. What? It says right here that it's Maggie Bird. Ah! Looks like the bird caught the cat napping. What's going on here? I have no idea either, sir. As you can see, the victim did indeed leave a name, Maggie. However, the defendant's name is actually spelled Maggie. It's a blatant contradiction of facts. Oh, how about that? I didn't even know this. But maybe the victim didn't know how to spell her name correctly. May I remind you that it was you who said the defendant is accused of killing her lover. If they were true lovers, it would be impossible for him to have not known her name. No. It is very true. Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. I am absolutely certain that the defendant and the victim, Dustin Prince, were in fact lovers. Yes, I am quite certain, Your Honor. They were a well-known couple in the police force. Lady Gumshoe, please testify for the court the relationship between the victim and the defendant. Yes, sir. Officer Prince and Officer Bird had been going out for about half a year. It sounded like they were even talking about marriage. The day after the incident just happened to be the victim's birthday, so Officer Bird had given Officer Prince a present. It was something she had bought over 2 months ago. I should know, because she came to me to ask what she would get for him. Oh, those two sound like they were close. Nevertheless, trust this truck. Yes, I see. Make her examine the witness, Mr. Wright. Okay. Vincent Officer Bird. Oh wait, I'm done. How do you know about this? Every year in March we have training camp for horoscopes. Officer Bird was a rookie at the time, and she and Officer Prince seemed to hit it off. You're close, I take it. Actually, I was supposed to go too, but I couldn't pay the deposit for the trip, so I didn't. If I had gone on that trip... What is it? Oh, nothing, sir. Really. Anyway. Marriage? Wasn't the victim 8 years older than her? What? You're saying a guy's gonna marry someone the same age as himself, pal? Oh. Wait, my mute button wasn't even that. I pressed the wrong button. God damn it. I'm sorry for that. Ah. No, that's not what I meant at all. Lady Gumshoe and Dustin were only a year apart, you know. I think this fella has ways to go before marriage. Mind your own business, pal. That's even a look, mind your own business, pal. The day of the incident, you mean September 6th? Yeah. The victim, Officer Prince, had just gotten off duty at 5:30 PM that day. And since Maggie's night shift hadn't started yet, they went out to the park for a bit. I remember when I was young and in love. Oh, it was a jolly time. It's great, Your Honor. I'm glad you're such a cheerful old man. You seem to know a lot about the defendant. Well, that's because I'm her boss and I've got what's out for my subordinates. Even what she was going to give us as a present isn't that going to be too far. Hey pal, what's what you say? And everything that happens under me, if someone's scratch is there, I really don't need to know that much. It's alright, please refrain from battering the witness. I agree. Even if this witness has a crush on the defendant, that should not be the point of discussion at this time. Oh, wait a second, why are we talking about this? It's all your fault, pal. You're guilty, guilty, guilty. I should have you arrested. I think the good detective is about down here. Or 2 months ago. Yep, she's a very considerate woman, pal. So, what was this birthday present? She got him a glove. A single glove. I was only giving him one. Actually, you're not. The glove in question is a baseball glove. Oh, I see. A baseball glove. Officer Prince was a huge baseball fan. Baseball glove. Just now, I believe you said that the present was something she had bought over 2 months ago. Yeah. Are you saying she bought the glove at the store that far in advance? Nah, nothing like that, pal. And what is it like? She ordered it. It was custom made. Custom made? The glove was custom made? Yep, that's what I said. So the glove was custom made. No, I really don't see how this glove is related to the case. This case. Yeah, it would seem that there's a little relevance. What do you think, Mr. Wright? Do you think this glove is actually relevant to this case? I don't know where this will lead me, but of course it is relevant. That glove is the key to this whole case. Yes, bluffing to the max. No, this is the Mr. Wright I know. I'm so happy you're back, sir. I was wondering how long it would take. This is great. Pressing people. Feels like I've done this before. As if you used to do this. Squeezing information from even the most tight-lipped people. Very well. If you are that convinced, then let's hear some more about the matter. Actually, I brought the glove with me today. And? Why didn't you say so earlier? Hurry and show the glove to the court. Well, I didn't think it had anything to do with this case. Anyway, this is it. It's rather yellow, isn't it? Mr. Prince really liked the color yellow. And that's why you had to special order it? Yep, that's right. That and one other reason. I think this court has heard enough. It's clear that the victim and the defendant were involved with each other. Yes, that's correct, Your Honor. Now, if that is true, it brings up an important question. Was the name Maggie really written by the victim? That's your point, Your Honor. Detective Gumshoe, please tell the court a little more about the name of the ground. Yes, sir. Okay. We first looked into the handwriting. Unfortunately, we couldn't confirm that it was the victim's handwriting. Next, we checked the victim's pointer finger. We found that there was sand trapped on the victim's fingernail. There were also scratches on his skin that were caused by him writing on the ground. From this, we could confirm that the victim wrote this name with his right hand. Yes, a perfect logical conclusion. Now then, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Thank you, Your Honor. Can you really determine handwriting based on sample written in sand? Yeah, this is why amateurs are amateurs. We're the bunch of simpletons, pal. Scientific investigation in this country is actually pretty good. I believe it's time to get back to the real point. Agreed, Your Honor. So what was the result of the investigation? So in the end, you couldn't confirm it. Hey, don't you look down on us. I told you, we're not a bunch of simpletons, pal. Everyone knows you can find out everything you want with scientific investigation. I've never heard that before. Me neither. Alright. I never heard anything like that at the police academy, sir. Okay, so I made it up. Anyway. Just pointer finger. You know, the one you're always pointing and waving around in people's faces. Haha, ha, ha, don't tell me it bothers you. Every time you do it, I have a mini heart attack. It's like you're trying to kill me, pal. In any case, you examined the victim's index finger, correct? Yeah, I figured there should be something on his finger if he had been writing in sand. The results? And what does that prove? Well, it proves that he did write the name with his own finger. Yes, which explains why there was sand stuck under his nail. I guess he's right. There's more. Scratches on his skin. Yep, you can see them with your naked eye, but they're there. That's incredible. Sure is. That's the power of scientific investigation. They're so small that we had to use a magnifying glass, like a really strong one. It's got that really scientific sounding name. You mean a microscope? Yeah, that's it. We used one of those and that's how we found them. I can't believe this guy doesn't know what a microscope is. Are you absolutely sure? I believe in the power of science. I wonder if my evidence is solid enough to counter it. Seeing this, you would think there was only one conclusion. The name was definitely written by the victim. Don't you think that would be really strange, sir? Justin really wrote that message with his right hand. Do you think I would have gone through that much trouble to get his present? The present? What about it? Oh. Oh. Wait. Oh. Oh. Hi Jazzy, what's up? Did Gumshoe, take a look at this. That's the glove, right? Could you tell the code what is special about this glove? What's special? Never really thought about it, but it's really yellow, and that's about it. Yes, it's really yellow, but that is only one of its qualities. Huh? There's another reason why it's special. And what would that be? It's very simple. This glove is made for a left-handed person. Left-handed? Why, you're absolutely right. This glove is made to be worn on the right hand. That's why it had to be custom made. I have never seen a bright yellow left-hander's glove for sale, have you? Well, no. So detective, which hand did the victim use to write the name with again? That's easy. Look, it's obvious from this picture it was his. Wait a sec. Don't forget that the victim was left-handed. That is, I mean, I object. Overruled. That's right, I would like to know what your line of reasoning proves. There's only one conclusion that can be drawn. A left-handed person could not have written a message with his right hand. Therefore, the person who wrote the name Maggie could not have been the victim. Order. When you think about it that way, then yes. It's not possible that this name was written by the victim himself. And it means Maggie is... No, it's not possible. It's a pain. Yes, Your Honor. The evidence the prosecution has presented has failed to prove the defendant's guilt. In fact, I believe you have proven her to be innocent. No! Alright, you did it, Mr. Wright. Phew, I feel like I can breathe again. It seems that we have reached a conclusion. You did a fine job once again, Mr. Wright. Me, Your Honor? Well, thank you, sir. See, you get complimented by the judge again. You're really good. That's why you can't give up being a lawyer, sir. Are you joking? I'm more than ready to retire. I will now announce my verdict. This court finds the defendants... Yeah, maybe. No, not yet! I mean, please give me a few more minutes, Your Honor. What's the meaning of this, Mr. Payne? Prosecution is not finished yet. What do you mean? You'd like to call our next witness to the stand. What? And what did this witness witness? The moment the victim was pushed to his death. What's more, he saw the very face of the culprit. What the heck? Order in the call. I believe a recess is in order. Afterward, we will hear from this new witness. The feeling that was a bit too easy. I need more information. I'll have to see what I can find out during this recess. I can't let my guard down. It's not going to get tougher from here. Always adjourned for the recess. Oh man. To be continued. Well, that was short. But the trial's not over yet though. I suppose. M43. Amnesia. I can't believe my lawyer's trying to defend me in such a state. When did you tell me, sir? I'm sorry, I didn't mention it to you. Oh, I know what to do. Hardy can fix something like this with a really strong shock to your system. Come on, lawyer here the light level. Maggie should be all you need. No. I think I'll pass on this one. Come on. I'm sorry. Whenever I see someone in trouble, I have a hard time leaving them alone. I tend to stick my nose, which doesn't belong, and try to tackle everyone's problems. Well, my head's one problem you won't be tackling today. Well, we're here to solve your problem first. We can deal with mine later. For now, do you think you can fill me in on a few things? Of course, I'd be honored to. Well, I guess we'll start with my name and then I can tell you about me. Oh no, that's okay, really. I think I know you and your name pretty well by now. I was wondering if you could help me figure out a few things about myself. So my name is Phoenix, right? What a weird name. Serious, you really don't remember. I'll tell you what, sir. You can have this back and maybe it'll help. This is a business card? I got this from you. It's my most prized possession. You can borrow it for now, but please give it back, okay? Okay. There's some numbers written on the back. Oh, that's your cell phone number. Phoenix's business card added to the court record. I guess for now we should stop talking about me. Let's talk about this case. This case? Yep, can you think of anything that would be helpful for me to know? What can I tell you? I can't think of anything other than the incident with that cell phone, but... Cell phone? Yeah, your eyes lit up when you talk about the detention center, sir. Hurry up and tell me. This might be very important. Okay, Roger. So on the day of the crime, just before 6 PM, picked up a lost cell phone while on the walk with Dustin. Blue Basher, goddamn. All of a sudden, the phone began to ring. Beep. Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give this back. I'll be right there. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. You can call me Maggie. We agreed to meet up at 6 PM. Justin and I waited for the person to show up. But they never did. So where's the phone you found now? I gave it to you yesterday. Huh? To me? Is the phone in my pocket? You mean this? Do you think it has anything to do with the murder? I don't really know, but if my eyes lit up... you were here all along. You're so mean. Oh, hi Maya. Called you a million times but you wouldn't pick up. And when I went to check in the courtroom, everyone had already left. Who the heck is this? I guess I'm supposed to know this girl too. Hey, good morning, Maggie. Hey, good morning to you too, Maya. So, how's it going? Is there a word for worse than abysmal? Oh, what if I said that everything will be fine? That's right, it's Maya. the rescue with the ultra decisive, super important evidence. Here you are, Nick. The thing you wanted me to bring. Huh? Oh, thanks. What the heck is this? A list? It's about 20 people's names and phone numbers written on it. It's kind of tough, but I managed to dig up some dirt. Looks like these guys are up to no good. No good? As in? There's a group of con artists that people are currently investigating. The police are currently. I think these guys are members of the group. Okay. Why would a group of con artists pop up in a case like this? Don't look at me. And where did you get this list from in the first place? What? Don't you remember, Nick? You're the one who asked me to look this up yesterday. Oh, is that right? These numbers were in the memory of that phone Maggie found. So that's where they're from. Roughly forgetful these days, Nick. Hope I never get to be a forgetful old plumber like you. And Maya, actually, Mr. Wright is... Mr. Wright, this is now over. Let's bring the defendant and return to the courtroom immediately. Oh, oops. Guess you have to get going. We can talk about you being old later, Nick. Please suck. I have all the pieces now, more or less. All that's left is to put it all together. I'm not going to lose this, I can't. Come on, Nick. Better get a move on. Yeah. Yeah, 54 AM. Court will now reconvene. Please call your next witness to the stand, Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. But before I do, if I may say a few words. What is it, Mr. Payne? It's about the next witness. He has a tendency to say things that rub people the wrong way, you see. So I asked that the court might be a little lenient on. There's no need to give a preface, just hurry up and call your witness, please. Yes, Your Honor. Prosecution calls it the next witness, the drifter who was taking a walk in the park on the day of the murder. Oh, you? Goddamn. Please state your name for the court witness. You're probably the killer, aren't you? Where do you? I'd like to clarify a little something. Oh, alright, go ahead. Just now, you introduced my wonderful self to the court, correct? Perhaps as a drifter who was taking a walk. Did I? But I'm not stand for that. Now you have tinted the court's eyes and colored me wrongly. Sure, I suppose calling me a... Yes, I understand. I'm very sorry. I will be more careful from now on. What is he, a human chatterbox? I have to question him. Fashion, cartoon, classes. And of course, university first rates only need to apply. Glasses? But you aren't wearing glasses. It's enough. Your name, witness. Oh, is that how you want to play this? Using your power and influence to keep the young people down. I see how you work now. You old people and your dirty tricks. You thought you had me, but it was wrong. Sorry, it won't happen again. Oh man. Forgive you, right, I suppose I can tell you my name. I'm Richard Wellington, the drifting virtuoso with a PhD in drifting, as it were. If you wanted to, you could call me a university student in transit. Mr. Wellington. On the day of the murder, you were taking a strolling through the park, correct? It would appear that you are attached to that word. If you must, then by all means. I remind you that I am in no way a prepubescent boy out on a walk with mommy. Anyway, this is by the Discord. What you saw during your walk through the park. I see, you say it again. Take a walk, you know you. The witness will do, Mr. Wellington. I was at the park all afternoon, deep in thought about my life situation. I don't remember the time all that well, but I do believe it was past 6 PM. A police officer falls from above, right in front of my eyes. Without doubt, I looked up and there I met the eyes of a charming young lady. Of course I remember her sweet face. It was that of pretty defendant there. The only other thing I saw was the banana that fell with the police officer. That was certainly a decisive testimony. Nick, did you hear what he just said? Yeah, that's all I had to say. Can you be so calm? It's strange. My mind is very calm, Puya. Maybe it's because I believe in my client. You mean Maggie? Yes, and if she really is innocent, then that can only mean one thing. That guy is lying. You may now question the witness, Mr. Wright. I'll find out the truth, no matter how well you craft your lies. So you were at the park all afternoon. You seem to have a lot of free time. That was very rude of you, but then again, what can I expect? That's what you get from a man who graduated from a no-name, trashy university. No-name, trashy? Now this might be hard for a mush-headed, feeble-minded baboon like you, but I have to think very carefully about the future of our great country. But you said you were thinking about which college to go to just now. Oh, police. Which university I go to will directly affect the very future of this country. That arrogant little snot. How do you know what time it was? I see you are not wearing a watch, so... Is it the best you can do? Do you think you can discredit me like that? You're just third-rate by a fool. I guess I can't expect real smarts from you. Grr, this arrogance is really intolerable, so what should I do now? Answer the question. How did you know what time it was? I can't believe I have to deal with a worm like you. You're just a shallow man who can only stand on desks and point at people for fun. I guess I don't have a choice. I'll try to explain so that even third-rate simpleton like you can understand. There's this little thing they call a clock at the park. You get that? Do you know what a clock is? It's the thing that tells you the time. As you can see, Mr. Wright, it's even in this picture of the crime scene. So it is. I looked at the clock, and that's how I knew the time. But if you ask me, so comes it. And yet again, another flood of meaningless words. Talk about the first class waste of time. In any case. And how did you know he was a police officer? You obviously have no idea how powerful my detective's reasoning skills are. With one glance I could tell just what kind of occupation he held. That's so, surely do it. And I suppose it was also because he was wearing an officer's uniform. Shouldn't that statement have come first? Wow, that's pretty impressive. Hey Nick, do you think he's figured out what I do? Even I haven't figured that out yet. Are you sure you got a good look at her face? Animals have this thing called an eye, Mr. Wright. It gives its eye to see things. In the case of humans, we have two of them. Yes, even you. I don't care if I have them or not. Did you or did you not get a clear look at her face? That's what the witness was just about to get to. I would like to request that Mr. Wright not use such a loud voice when you request me. Sustained, Mr. Wright. Please refrain from raising your voice in this court. Please don't make me have to raise my voice. When you finish, I'd like to continue if that's alright with you. So you're sure you're not mistaken? Please, don't confuse your pitiful train wreck of a life with mine. I'm what you call a famous brand name product, while you're only a cheap imitation. There's no way someone as magnificent as myself could have made a mistake. Of course, of course. Of course. Do you notice anything else of interest with this? The banana? Well, it was actually more than just one. More like a bunch of bananas. Now, what would a bunch of bananas be doing there? And why would I know such a thing? I'm only telling you what I saw. It's very strange. Mikey never mentioned anything about a bunch of bananas. Think, he's gotta be lying about the bananas. It could be, but there's no reason for him to lie about there being bananas at the crime scene. What if it's not a lie? Well, maybe he thought he was seeing one thing, and it was something else. Mistook something else for a bunch of bananas, and that would be an inaccuracy. Think, Phoenix, think. My client is innocent. There's no way he could have seen what he says he did. Can I replicate his gestures? Whose? Phoenix's or that guy on the stand? And answers to both is no, probably not. Which means if we can somehow solve his lying. Yeah, that's exactly what we need to do. He's right, she's got a sharp mind, but I just wish I could remember who she is. Everything okay, Nick? Mr. Wellington, I believe I have the bananas you saw, right here. Ah, so you knew about the bananas too. When did you say so earlier? But don't think you can use this as a way to pull more information out of me. That's where you'd be wrong. Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this? Is that the baseball glove? Huh? What? A baseball glove? Doesn't look delicious. Care for a bite? That's not. It's a no. Your honor, I think this proves one very important fact. This witness loves banana. Vitamin loves large bananas. Nick, notice the ice glass we're getting from everybody. Well, do you mean? You know, I like strawberries much better than bananas. Oops. I think it's. You can do it one more time and try again, Mr. Wright. Sweetness. Sweetness has never played baseball. That would explain why he didn't even know about the glove. You know how I was like start picturing well, both in line actually, but okay. By the way, just how bad are your eyes? What you? Why are you asking me about this all of a sudden? No, it's very simple to mistake a glove for a bunch of bananas. No, I don't think so. Objection overruled. You're one of those people. Yes, you know what I mean. You're like one of. That's why I ask you, how bad your eyesight is. They're both 20 I suppose you're going to tell me that's terrible, right? Why are you not wearing glasses today then? That's because I lost them recently, you see. Of course, I was planning on getting a new pair made right away. You know, my glasses are no ordinary glasses, so replace them. How about when you witnessed the crime? Were you wearing your glasses then? How about you, witness? You're an unrelenting evil man. You're like those people. Which boils down to you were not wearing your glasses at that time. Therefore, the identity of the woman at the scene of the crime and that of the defendant cannot be proven to be the same by this witness. But the height difference was only 9 feet. It's very possible for him to see the face of the culprit standing on the upper path. Witness, Please be more accurate in your testimony. Remember, a person's life is at stake. Yes, Your Honor. Now then, please continue with your testimony. Please tell the court what happened next in the moments you witnessed the crime. Turned up her path ran away as soon as she realized I was there. After that, I immediately called the police station to report the crime. It must have been 6:45 PM when I made the call. They must have a lot of free time on their hands since they showed up within 10 minutes. So the person who was on the upper path saw you and then ran away. Yes, that's correct, which is why even someone with a superior brain like mine can understand that. That girl is the murderer. You may question the witness now, Mr. Wright. She ran away, just like that. Yes, she did. She saw me and flew then, just like the guilty bird she is. Oh, I'm sorry. Was the pun too hard for someone who only got a third-rate education? Actually, that did take me a few seconds to get. Anyway, she ran away the instant she saw you. How could you tell it was my client? The witness has already answered that question. You stated that the defendant is the culprit. It's true, Mr. Wright. I'm striking your question on the record. Can I get more information out of him? Immediately? As in immediately. I mean, sure, a minute might have elapsed before I did, but it's the duty of every good citizen, or did they not teach at your pitiful school? I think people learn about how to call the police in college. Hey Nick, I think you should take a look at the court record for a second. Payphone. Mr. Mark. How do you know what time it was? They told me. You know which one I mean. The one with the jacket that makes him look like a dropout from a no-name high school. Hey pal, I graduated from pretty good, I mean top-ranked college. Believe this? It doesn't matter. I don't believe it. I was mistaken on what time I called. Shit. And if I'm wrong, then that detective obviously doesn't know how to tell time. What? Wait, you're just some lousy kid who... I think the court can see your point. Anyway, how did the police respond? They're saying that there were police on the scene by 7 PM. They got there before that, I think. There usually aren't many people in the area at that time of day. But suddenly, before I knew it, there were people crawling all over, gawking. It certainly says something about the morals of the people in this country. I can't find anything out of the ordinary in his testimony. I need to take one more look at the court record. Yeah, I guess I should. But like, what? What am I missing? What am I? Is it the names list? Or... Okay, that, yeah, never mind. Oh wait. I'm dumb. Or not, I guess I'm not dumb. Or I'm even more dumb. Because yeah, the time is not that. But what in the fuck, dude? What? How is it? When was this taken? What? Confused. What in the cold record? What the fuck, dude? Was there something here that I missed? So there's something on this. Whoops. Oh wait. I'm done. Mr. Wellington, would you please take a look at this? In the victim's autopsy report. According to this, the murder occurred at 6:28 PM. So what of it? You said that you called the police immediately after the murder took place. However, by the time you had called the police, it was already 6:45 PM. There's clearly a 15-minute gap here. Do you deny it? I think this court would like to hear what you were doing during this 15-minute gap. The witness was in shock at the time after witnessing a terrible murder. It's only to be expected that he would be a little dazed. 15 minutes is hardly what I would call a little dazed. Mr. Wellington. Yes? Explain yourself. What were you doing during those 15 minutes? Answer the question. Telephone, or I mean... Spit it out. I was searching for the phone booth. A phone booth? I mean, you don't have a cell phone. You and your questions. As if you're trying to open all the layers of a mature schedule. You must think you're really something special. Witness. My cell phone. There, are you happy? You lost it. Unbelievable. You lose your glasses and your cell phone. You must be very scatterbrained when it comes to your belongings. What? Are you saying that fortunate people are never allowed to lose things? Don't you ever? Enough. Oh man, oh man. Wait, hold on a second. He lost his cell phone. Nick, that cell phone, could it be? You mean this phone Maggie found? There's no way. Boy, I didn't see this coming. What should I do now? Mr. Wellington, where's your cell phone right now? What are you getting all excited about? You seem to be a little confused. On my phone, I'll have you know. See, here is it. Oh, I see. Looks like he's got his phone. I thought that just maybe this was his. Well done, I think we've cleared that it is his job. Time to murder, the witness did not have his cell phone because he had lost it. Therefore, the delay in his call was caused by a search for a phone booth. Well, that's the gist of it. I guess you could put it that way and leave it at that. Do you have any further questions, Mr. Wright? Turner, the witness testimony does not make any sense. I don't believe that there was ever a need for the witness to search for a phone. How dare you! You can't just make outrageous claims like that. You do have some sort of proof, don't you? Well, yeah, of course. This evidence should be good enough, I think. Alright, let's have this proof then. This present proves that the witness had no need to search for a public phone booth. It's quite simple actually. Please take a look at this. Photo. Is there a problem with it? Oh, there's nothing wrong with the picture. If you don't understand my logic after looking at it, something is wrong with you. No! It's a phone booth. That is correct. All the defendant had to do was walk 3 steps. Mr. Billington, why did you not use the phone that was right in front of you? Oh. Order. What does reporting the crime little late prove for the defense? The witness can't explain what he was doing for those 15 minutes. It's the reason you have to throw suspicion on his testimony. Yes, it's very true. What do you have to say for yourself, witness? And I bet this phone really easy, Nick. Mr. called Dustin to get his phone back. Maggie said that she was going to return it to him. So there was no reason for him to kill for it. And on top of that, we still have the phone she found anyway. If he wasn't looking for a cell phone, he's looking for something else. See? Is it right? Yes or no? Do you have any thoughts you would like to share with the court? And for explanation as to what the witness was doing during those 15 minutes? I'll save and say no idea. I'm afraid it's too early to say anything for sure at this time. See, Mr. Payne, we'll be hearing further testimony from the prosecution. No, Your Honor. That's all. Oh crud. The witness has said he saw the defendant commit the crime at the crime scene. It's true that the witness was not wearing his glasses at the time. This court feels that since he was near the culprit, positive identification is possible. Which means, guilt of the defendant, Mickey Bird, has been sufficiently substantiated. What? Nick, you have to do something before it's too late. Stay close. Wait. The actions of Mr. Blackton during the 15-minute gap. Defense would like to propose an explanation. I thought the defense had just finished proving that this couldn't be explained. No, there's one possibility. Alright, let's hear your explanation. However, be forewarned that if your explanation is not persuasive, you will be penalized. Think carefully before you present, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Probably shouldn't have said 3. There was only one possibility. Please plan to call out one piece of evidence that will answer the following. Why didn't the witness call the police right away? Perhaps this is the evidence. You need to be convinced. Perhaps. That was just an idea I thought. So what? Guess it lies. Perhaps you should find a better piece of evidence. Yes, of course, Your Honor. Well done. Where do you will be penalized? Oh man. Oh man. Let's see the evidence you need. I'm just presenting everything. God damn. Okay. I should have probably done it first, because I was thinking of doing it, but oh well. Sibling done. What? Don't do that. You almost gave me a heart attack. These are your glasses, aren't they? Ah, there. Where did you find Gaha? I believe the court all heard what you just confessed to. These glasses are in fact yours. I'll tell you where they were found, Mr. Wrighton. The glasses were found under the victim's body. Under the victim's body? Order. No, wait a second. Hold on. I didn't confess or confirm anything. You know, I think the answer is quite clear here. As he felt, Austin Prince grabbed the culprit's glasses. The culprit knew that he had to find his glasses and search frantically for them. What he didn't realize was that they were under the victim's body. And that is why it took him 15 minutes to make the call. Mr. Wright, are you indicating the witness as the real murderer? Of course, that's precisely what I'm doing. I know I'm right. He's a real murderer. Figured out, Nick. More or less. Turns out this cell phone was the key to this case after all. Anyway, there's a chance to deep six this guy. I'll sink him in one shot. Yeah. So exciting watching you work again. Somehow my old self is coming back to me. It's time to sink or swim. Everything's rests on the edge of an eye. It's the moment I've been waiting for. Order. Governor, the defense is making a mockery of this court. Without any solid ground to stand on, he accuses the witness of being the murderer. Yeah, that's right. I'm no criminal. This third-rate fraud of a lawyer. In that case, why don't we look at it from a different perspective? Let's have your explanation as to why you're not the murderer. Why, that's easy. For example, there's the name the victim wrote. What about that? I mean the name Maggie? Yeah, you need it like you can read that, right? But we already know this was not written by the victim himself. After all, the defendant's name is Maggie and the victim was left-handed. In other words, in order to make the defendant look guilty, the real criminal used the victim's right hand to write her name on the ground. But wouldn't that mean that the real criminal was someone the defendant knew? Otherwise, how else would that person know her name was Maggie? That's a good point. The witness didn't even know of Miss Bird before this trial. I forgot. Was there any? Is there any way if we don't know Maggie's name beforehand? It would be best if I could prove this, that the witness had the chance to learn the defendant's name was Maggie. Now will the defense please present its case? How could the witness have known the defendant's name? Mr. Wellington, you didn't have your cell phone with you on the day of the murder, correct? So what if I didn't? When you realized you had lost it, what did you do? What did I do? And try to find it by calling it? How did you? Your Honor, these questions have nothing to do with... Overruled. Mr. Wright, where are you going with this line of questioning? Do you think there is some relation between the victim's cell phone and the murder? I do, Your Honor. On the day of the murder, Maggie Bird picked up a lost phone in the park. And she also received a phone call from the owner of the phone. Hello? Oh, thank you. Yeah. That's when you learned that her name was Maggie. But you made one fatal mistake. My client's name is Maggie, but the name that was written on the ground was Maggie. This is a mistake that could only occur if all you knew was how her name sounded. Order. But Your Honor, the witness has no motive. Your point is? It's very simple, Your Honor. A person usually would not kill someone without a reason. Something that had no reason to kill anyone. That's absolutely correct. I don't have a motive. Is that right? Your Honor, can you explain what motive the witness could have had? It's very simple, Your Honor. You're sure, Nick? You said I can't offer an explanation, then the trial's over, right? Yeah, but... And then please present to this court proof that the witness had a motive. I'm gonna wait. Fuck. Please. Okay, good. Oh, fuck. Mr. Wellington's motive is right here. What's this? A list? His phone numbers were pulled from the memory of the phone the defendant found. And we are determined that the people on this list are members of a certain group. You looked up all those numbers? Of course. This is the phone numbers was stored in the cell phone's memory. The names and numbers belong to people who are members of the certain con artists group. What? Con artists? Explain why these numbers were on your phone, Mr. Wellington. This is an outrage, an invasion of privacy. Looking up the phone numbers on a person's phone is a worse crime than murder. Your phone. Okay, Mr. Wellington. All I want is for you to tell us what this list is about. Think any of you know what it's like to be a refined man such as me? No. This unjustified battering of the witness. Objection overruled. What's the meaning of this? Why would the witness have the numbers of a group analyzed on his phone? Isn't it obvious? The witness is... Mr. Wellington is a member of this very group. No! All of your friends' phone numbers are stored right here on this phone. If anyone were to look into these phone numbers, it would be all over for you. That's why I had to kill. No, this is too much. That does make quite a bit of sense. Well, Mr. Wellington, would you care to explain? I got you now. That police officer. Your Honor. Why is it Mr. Payne? Your Honor, this is unjustified pattern of witness. You said to explain anything only a few seconds ago. Please, let's think about the content of that phone call. The man had already promised that she would return the phone. After that, all Mr. Wellington had to do was meet Miss Bird to get his phone back. Why then would he need to kill anyone? There's a valid point. What does the defense think about this? Think about it logically, that makes sense. Maybe we should be thinking outside the box. Yeah, if we think like that, let's see. Maybe that slime ball saw something at the crime scene that made him commit murder. Heard all this, Mr. Wright? Well, I think Mr. Wellington went to pick up his phone in a very friendly manner. It was from his phone, so why would he have been unfriendly to the defendant? I think he must have seen something that didn't agree with him when he got there. Well, Mr. Wright? Was it something that didn't agree with the witness? The witness saw this, Mr. Wellington. Is he correct? By the expression on his face, I would say that wasn't it. What's that comes from? What? Can't even fucking quit the menu and try to skip this. God damn it, dude. Only having 1 HP hurts. What Mr. Wellington saw was the victim. The victim? You mean the Steam Prince? The Prince had gone on his state after the shift was over. With no time to change, he went to the park still wearing his police uniform. Oh yeah, okay, that makes more sense now. Oh! The girl that picked up my phone is with a policeman. He couldn't have known they were going out, so he began to worry. He was Say friend, the policeman would ask a few questions before returning the phone. If I do anything suspicious, he might run a check on my phone. In his mind, it was possible they had already run a check on the phone. They went into a panic, is what you're saying. Exactly. Officer Prince was murdered simply because he was in uniform. Spain, do you have any comments? I'm thinking. It seems the truth has come out at last. The witness, Mr. Wellington, you are. Impressive. Not bad for a person with a third-rate education. What's it supposed to mean? Evidence. That guy's really creeping me out. All you've been waving around and talking about is that suspicious cell phone. Suspicious phone number and this suspicious gun group that they're all on that phone. But who's to say that phone is really mine? Where's your proof? Your evidence? You want proof that this phone is yours? I'll throw you real. The phone I lost, I've already found it. You don't have even the slightest idea who the phone in your hand belongs to. You can be sure it isn't mine, you simpleton. What? It feels good to see you square. You do seem to have a problem on the hearts with this phone. Whose phone is it? Without knowing that, it's meaningless as evidence. You're wrong. It's bad. You can't let him turn the tables on me like this. Cell phone. Must there be something I've overlooked? There's got to be. Maybe. This phone has the names and numbers of those in the phone group in its memory. I can show them to you, Your Honor. What? Okay, well, not like this then. Believe this, what? There are. That bomb belongs to some of those phone numbers, unfortunately. So who knows? Maybe you might analyze some of those numbers in yourself. True enough. That's right, I'm afraid I have to reject the defense proposal. Checks back to his organ and know himself again. I got it. We should check for fingerprints. Fingerprints? Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Wellington must have left some print on his phone. Like, don't you remember? When he got that from Maggie, he wiped it off. What? Send all over it, so... Wiped it? I wiped it? Pretty thoroughly, too. It's so much fun watching third-rate trash babble like morons amongst themselves. He's made a complete recovery. How many times do I have to say this? My phone is right here, you see? Oh, and incidentally, you can check the number stored on this phone. It must have glitched because all the numbers just magically disappeared. Got to be joking. Here's all the numbers I was going to use as evidence. Mr. Wellington. What's this? By the tone of your voice, it sounds like you still have some file left in you. Where do you finally find your cell phone? Oh, you're too much. And of course you have no idea what I'm talking about. Oh my, now I remember. They hung up. Good. God damn. That's when. What's wrong, Mr. Attorney? What heart's glare in your eyes? We worked so hard to get this far, but don't do something quick. He's gonna get off scot-free. I know. This phone has to be his. How am I supposed to prove something like that? Mr. Wright, you cannot prove what the owner of that cell phone is. Your indictment has no basis and therefore no power. Looks like you came up a penny short. Where did I go wrong? Don't blame yourself. You're merely a third-rate player. You only made one big mistake. Who are you? What are you? That's something you haven't figured out for yourself yet. Hereby request the concludes it. Excuse me? If that will be all, I'll have to bid you gentlemen and ladies a goodbye. I have reservation until fancy restaurant on the upper side of town. Thank you for your assistance. You've had a stressful day, so please, bon appetit. Am I supposed to let it go at that? Fuck that. Please wait, Your Honor. Alright, Nick. I think I may be able to prove it. Prove it? Prove what, Mr. Wright? Everything. Your Honor, the cross-examination has already ended. Besides, the defense is just going to venture the witness with more inane questions. We will not harass the witness, is that clear, Mr. Wright? Did you hear that? No harassment allowed, Mr. Attorney. Please, Your Honor. Very well. Let's do your last sentence, Mr. Wright. Present one piece of evidence to the court. Saving so often that it's... God damn it. Okay. I get one shot at this. Prove everything. It's over. For client and for you. You fully understand? Yes, Your Honor. I'm sure you're well aware, Your Honor, but the cross-examination period has ended. Were you paying attention, Mr. Payne? I said that Mr. Wright could present only one more piece of evidence. Oh, now then, Mr. Wright, this is your last chance. So comes down to this, it's go time. What the fuck is the evidence? An answer. I guess that's not it then. Okay, sure, whatever. Oh, maybe I should. Let's save again here just to have it closer. What are we trying to do right now? I'm confused. Well, it's not a proof force hit, I guess. This makes no sense to present, but wait, thank you. How nice. Here, please have one of mine. This business card. It's the corporate card. Wait, what am I doing? This isn't the time to be exchanging business cards. You're not. There's something very important about the card. Oh, that. Wow, that actually was the thing. Fuck. God, then that is the back of the card. This card is important because of what is on the back. You wrote your cell phone number on the back, but exactly it's. Can you please call this number from your cell phone? Right now, but call is still in session. It's okay, you'll see. Okay, if you say so. Defense preparing something, Mr. Wright? We are going to call my cell phone now. And then the court will see everything for what it is. Of all the idea there's stupid things to... What? Why is my phone? And what is with this stupid sounding ringtone? The ringtone. How strange. I could almost swear that you're holding my phone. You're... No, it can't. By the way, before I forget, thank you very much for the lamp on my head this morning. Nah, I don't think I need to explain any further, except to say, when you went to retrieve your cell phone, you mistakenly took the wrong one. Fuck. Did he just choke himself? Really? God. Well, that is what happened. You were knocked out by Mr. Wellington. He's a man who lives on his pride and self-image alone. In order to hide his involvement with the Conrad's group, he has become paranoid and has lost all ability to make rational judgments. Then Mr. Wright, the phone you're holding, it's Mr. Wellington's, naturally. Speaking of that man, how is he, Mr. Payne? Ah, your thirsty that has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Now then, his confined to defend and make it burned. Finally! That is all. This call is adjourned. Bruh. 2:16 PM. I knew that the real you would shine through eventually. I'm so moved by what you've done for me, sir. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. It's really bad for Dustin. He didn't do anything to deserve this. It's probably because of me. Huh? My whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures. My whole life? It can't be that bad, can it? I was 6 months old when I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment building. I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of foods, failed at almost every test I've ever taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster, and never won or even tied a game of tic-tac-toe. My life has really been nothing but a string of disasters. That is pretty bad. Finally I went to college. I was known as the goddess of misfortune. And then the thing enemy everyone called me Lady Luckless. Lady Luckless? What's worse is that my misfortune always seems to latch onto those around me. What do you mean? When I see someone in trouble, I always try to help. Ah, that's right. We were talking about this earlier. It happened again recently, too, sir. There's an old lady pacing back and forth by the pedestrian crosswalk. I gave her my hand and, before I knew it, we were having dinner at my house. Oh. I'm sure that Dustin's gone because of me. That's not true. That club didn't even have any sort of special meaning. It's just a present to say thanks for covering one of my night shifts. Oh, I see. Everything's all my fault. Dustin's death. Your head being all messed up. Oh, well, I don't think my head is that messed up yet. I'm going to find a new life for myself starting now. Next time we meet, I'm sure I'll have found a whole ocean's worth of good luck by then, sir. Yeah. After all, the goddess of misfortune is only a name. You bet, I'm gonna make it. I promise. Next time we meet, I'll only be an unlucky person instead of a goddess. Yeah, that's the spirit. Well, it's alright. Maya, I should get going. Okay, good luck to you. Thanks. You take care of yourselves too. What a horrible day. I'll get my memory back, but things are still a little fuzzy. Okay, and that's what counts. You really had me worried. Come on, let's go back to the office. I'm free to ask, here goes. So this might sound bad, but who are you? What? I decided you got their memory back. That moment, everything really did come back to me. Did it come true? Someone I've had classes with in the past or in cases. Might as well be a good ally during others. The judge. He's a lovable, kind old man who is easily swayed by other people's opinions, but in the end, he'll always comes up with the right verdict. person, I haven't got a clue. He seems to know me, but maybe he's mistaken me for someone else. This girl, Maya. You finally remembered. It's my Faye, my assistant. That's right. There's so many unforgettable memories about her. For example, Nick, what's wrong? You keep staring at me. Don't tell me you miss me. Well, yeah, I suppose I have. It's like I haven't seen you in ages. Oh. Well, I'm back now, so it's time for us to create new memories together. Alright, sounds good. All the phone numbers on my phone were erased by Mr. Wellington. I guess I have to start over from the very beginning. Come on, Nick, let's go, or use our burger chant. Okay, okay. Actually, it hasn't even been that long since she came back into my life. And that story began on one rainy afternoon 2 months ago. And also about the end. Brand new episode has been added. Reunion and turnabout. I just thought this, but I would actually like. So many saves, but saves coming is fun. God damn it. I don't want to redo a lot if I fail a lot. There's no accident. I was drugged. Sleeping pills. I was murdered by that person. Wait, what? That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair, isn't it? Innit? I finally get to see you again, and it's their fault. I didn't do it. No, I didn't like that person. Doesn't matter. Might as well happen to me. Okay. Something like this happened. The events of the gloomy rainy afternoon started this whole mess. Keep playing through my mind. Okay. June 16th, 4 PM, right? All offices. Hello, I guess. I guess I can just put that there instead.